5 Premier League starts all season, and City just sold him for a record. Right, let's get the actual numbers down, because they matter here. Agreed on the 20th of August, 2026, £75 million guaranteed, plus £10 million in add-ons, £5 million of which is basically nailed on. That's an £85 million package. Now, let's put that against the benchmark everyone's thinking of. Julian Álvarez went to Atlético back in August 2024 for £64 million up front, plus £17 million in add-ons. An £82 million package all in. So this new deal actually beats it both ways. More guaranteed up front, more on the maximum. That's the yardstick. And it's not flattering. Álvarez left having scored 36 goals in 103 games and won a treble. So how did City even get this fee? It wasn't form. Spurs came calling in the summer of 2025, City said no and handed him a new contract running all the way to 2031, 6 years still left on it when Tottenham came knocking again. To make sense of the £85 million, you've got to follow where he actually came from. So let's trace this back. July 2022. Troyes and Girona, a League 2 club, sign him from Atlético Mineiro for €6.5 million. And here's the bit that stops you. They never played him. Not one single minute. Straight out on loan, first to PSV, then to Girona, and 2 years later sold on. Hang on. Really? Both of those selling clubs? Manchester City's own club. And the numbers everyone's quoting are wrong too. City didn't pay a flat £30 million for him. It was £21 million up front in July 2024, rising to a maximum of £33.6 million with add-ons. Which means the guaranteed profit on this sale is north of £50 million. Troyes fans, by the way, actually protested that original transfer at the time. And this isn't some isolated cash-in, it's part of a full balance sheet reset in Enzo Maresca's very first summer. Rodri's gone to Barcelona for €76.5 million, Reinders and Ake both sold, Stones and Bernardo Silva released for nothing, and Elliot Anderson brought in for a reported £116 million. Maresca here isn't running a tactical project, he's executing a clear-out. Now let's talk football, plain and simple. Last season, 5 Premier League starts, 11 appearances off the bench, no goals, 1 assist, 12 shots. For his whole City career, that's 2 goals in 53 Premier League games. And Brazil didn't even name him in their squad for the 2026 World Cup. But hang on, let's be fair to the kid here, because never proved anything just isn't true. In 2024-25, under Guardiola, he played 48 times and no one at City, not one player, produced more than his 8 Premier League assists. 5 of those were finished by Erling Haaland himself. The collapse came in Season 2, not both of them. First, let's kill a theory doing the rounds that this premium is buying out a buyback clause. No reported version of this deal has one. City's buyback and matching rights belong to academy sales, guys like Trafford, McAtee and Bob. Savinho wasn't academy, he was bought in. So here's the real question. Savinho was reported around £65 million all summer. So where's the extra £20 million come from? The theory going round, Tottenham are also signing Omar Marmoush, and Eintracht Frankfurt hold a sell-on share of City's profit on him. City paid Frankfurt roughly £59 million for Marmoush back in January 2025. Now load the big number onto Savinho and keep Marmoush's fee low, and suddenly there's barely any profit left for Frankfurt to take a cut of. To be clear, this is a rumour, not confirmed reporting, but every figure underneath it is independently reported. That fee was never about 5 starts and 2 goals. It bought ownership, a 6-year contract, clever structuring. So tell me, is £85 million for this winger City's smartest bit of business ever? Or the deal that finally breaks Tottenham?